Greetings, I am Mira from the Pleyadian High Council. I offer you my heartfelt presence in these uniquely challenging times on your planet. The Earth Council, which I also serve, is staying fully attentive to the influx of new energies that are arriving and the culminating plans that the shadows, or what some of you call the cabal, are attempting to carry out. Our combined work is precise and purposeful. We monitor the shifts in your world's vibrations, the cosmic pulses moving across your skies, and the transformations happening within your own bodies. It is a sacred phase, and though some moments may feel overwhelming, I assure you, we see that the next wave of photonic light is already traveling toward Earth. These energies combine moderate solar activity with a potent galactic pulse, triggered by multiple events that have taken place recently on your planet. As these frequencies anchor, it is normal for your everyday tasks to feel strange and for time itself to seem fluid, almost unreal. The best guidance we can offer is that you find opportunities to be still, to settle into quiet spaces, and invite the Creator's love to run through you. If you can devote just a few minutes each day to this calmness, allowing the light to wash through every cell, you will discover that these higher energies become far more manageable. In many ways, this current wave of light will address a deep root in the collective consciousness, one that goes back eons, humanity's sense of victimhood and suffering. While it may be tempting to wish that these energies would instantly dissolve all of your troubles, the reality is more subtle. This wave will push you to see how much power you have been giving away, whether to systems such as government, finances, or other structures of authority in your world. Recognize that any notion of power existing outside of you is an illusion. The moment you realize everything you need is held in oneness with the Creator, your experience of life can begin to transform. When you allow this truth to settle in your heart, your reliance on external entities begins to melt away, and with it, an old pattern of suffering that has accompanied humanity for far too long. It is important to remember that enlightened teachers throughout your histories have pointed to this same realization in countless ways. All of these teachings point to an inner state of being, an alignment with the divine within, that was once central to the original design of your human DNA. You may have heard stories of how your genetic makeup was tampered with by certain off-planet influences long ago. Although this tampering introduced millennia of challenges, it also created an immense friction that has ultimately served you. Sometimes, a spring can only be propelled forward if it has first been forced into compression. Similarly, these ages of shadow have pushed your collective consciousness to a breaking point, readying you to shoot forward with unprecedented velocity. Beginning in mid-February, you will feel these energies coursing through humanity more intensely. The final aspects of victim consciousness will likely flare, as people cling to old habits of blaming, condemning, or criticizing. We in the Earth Council do not have a precise timeline for how long this particular stage will last, but it need not be drawn out. It is simply the last cries of a collapsing structure. Consciousness itself does not die, but limitations do. Once these limitations dissolve, you will sense a lightening of your whole being. In the absence of those binding patterns, you will find your natural, multidimensional abilities begin to expand. You may notice an increase in intuition, telepathy, or an effortless alignment with synchronicities in your daily life. When these changes come, embrace them and allow yourselves time to adapt. You may also witness shifts in your earthly financial structures. There is a plan forming behind the scenes to replace the old system with one that is more equitable and truly serves humanity. From our perspective, two crucial developments are emerging. First, the dark forces will have their access to funding cut, weakening their control, and second, many of you will gain access to resources that can elevate your basic living conditions. It is wise to prepare your hearts and minds for this new reality. Envision what you would do if your material needs were fully met. What contributions would you offer? What passions would light your path? How would you serve the collective good? Imagining these possibilities now invites their manifestation in the near future, propelling you closer to the world you have been longing for. We see that the shadow groups, sometimes called the Cabal, have been considering one last desperate strategy. You have learned of this under various names, including the so-called Project Bluebeam. Essentially, they wish to project holographic images or illusions in an attempt to manipulate public perception. Many insiders have stepped forward to expose this plan, and enough of humanity is awake to its possibility. While it is not entirely off the table that they may still attempt such a trick, do not be disheartened. The seeds of transparency have already been planted in the collective mind, ensuring that a mass deception of this magnitude will not have the hold it might have had in the past. Remain observant, but do not allow fear to weaken your resolve. Your power is stronger than any illusions they can conjure. During this period, we encourage you to limit your exposure to social media, headlines, and the opinions of strangers. The more you can step away from external noise, the more rapidly your emotional field will stabilize. Sometimes taking just a few days away from your devices can restore your inner balance and help you reconnect with the truth of who you are. Spend that time with nature, with loved ones, or simply in quiet meditation. These choices can anchor you in a higher frequency far more effectively than scrolling through the endless streams of speculation and commentary. Indeed, this new wave of incoming energies will emphasize how deeply many decisions in your society have been shaped by the beliefs of others. One might say that most people spend their lives chasing approval or adopting norms without examining them. Yet the path of true sovereignty involves examining your choices from the smallest detail to the grandest vision. This is part of the new era you are entering, a time when you begin governing yourselves through love rather than fear. When each person aligns with the Creator and honors the collective good, you naturally transcend the need for external governance. The old structures of authority, which thrived on the assumption that humans are too frail or misguided to direct their own affairs, will gradually disband. That is not to say the transition will be without challenge. Human civilization has long relied on hierarchical models, yet the waves of higher consciousness swiftly dismantle assumptions that no longer serve you. Your concept of time will evolve, your assumptions about reality will be shaken, and you will find new frames of reference for living. This transformation may trigger internal conflicts, times when you slip back into anger, confusion, or even hopelessness. When you observe intense toxicity in human interactions, remember that these behaviors often surface as people's suppressed wounds are triggered. Your emotional responses and sudden mood shifts are not signs of failure. Rather, they are clues revealing what remains unhealed. You collectively agreed to face these residues now because you are ready to transform them once and for all. You are also discovering your own natural gifts as healers. Historically, many who worked with plants, nature, or holistic remedies were misunderstood or persecuted. These souls carried knowledge of how Earth's many life forms could assist in healing. Now, as your vibrations ascend, you will see a resurgence of these abilities within you. Whether you channel healing frequencies through your hands, create herbal remedies, or simply focus your heart on sending light, you are participating in Earth's renewal. The Earth receives your energies through your feet upon the soil, your voices raised in song, and your quiet prayers. Even your simplest acts of compassion feed into an energetic grid that nurtures the plants, animals, and collective human spirit. You will find that areas of learning you once ignored become intriguing. It could be a type of holistic medicine, an aspect of quantum science, or a creative hobby you never imagined exploring. These inclinations spark because your cellular codes are waking up. Your body and mind are realigning, releasing rigid beliefs you once held. If you remain gentle with yourself, forgiving and letting go of judgments, you will see profound changes in a short period. Remember, there is no one path or single method that suits everyone's journey. You are collectively pioneering new possibilities, each shining in your unique frequency. Do be aware that as you expand, some around you who cling to the old ways might feel threatened. They may interpret your confidence in the light as arrogance. In such moments, practice humility. Offer kindness instead of judgment, for the energies are here for all who choose them. By exemplifying openness and understanding, you empower others to awaken in their own time, free from pressure or fear. You who are reading these words are part of a special collective that incarnated at this juncture to broadcast a particular vibration. You represent both the family of light and, in some ways, the family of dark. For in duality, you have all touched shadow aspects within yourselves. Every contrast you experience can be a prompt for greater compassion and deeper unity. Be unconcerned about who might win or lose, for in the higher perspective, both sides are aspects of the whole. If certain groups wish to remain in older timelines, that is their path. Your calling is to hold fast to the higher frequencies, to remain anchored in love, and to trust that each consciousness will find its proper place. My beloved ones, you stand at the threshold of irreversible change. This moment in Earth's history is fleeting, but extraordinarily potent. The energies that surround you now are accelerating, and the illusions you once relied upon are dissolving in the brilliance of new revelations. Indeed, the old alliances that have benefited from your collective ignorance are collapsing. There is an unstoppable force of love sweeping across the planet, a powerful current urging you to remember your divine origins. Open your hearts to it. Surrender to the flow. Let your shells of rigidity crack open, for within you resides a boundless capacity for joy, healing, and creation. In these times, choose forgiveness over resentment, curiosity over stubbornness, and unity over separation. Become living examples of what is possible when humans recognize their innate power. Live so that those who remain uncertain can see you as a gentle reflection of what they might become. Within your own body, mind, and spirit, you hold the keys to a future where the earth thrives, where societies flourish, and where the concept of limitation is replaced by infinite potential. The Dark Ones have orchestrated elaborate schemes, but their final attempts are unraveling. The more you focus on your own inner alignment, the quicker you hasten this transformation. From my vantage point, I witness how every step you take, be it large or small, moves the entire collective forward. Even actions that seem mundane or personal have cosmic resonance, for you are all interconnected. It is a joy for us in the Pleiadian High Council to observe your progress. We are always ready to guide, protect, and support. But remember that you, too, are essential participants in this grand design. Each moment of clarity you experience, every loving choice you make, and every spark of inspiration you share contributes to the unveiling of a beautiful new earth. I encourage you to continue embracing these higher frequencies. Calm your thoughts and refresh your spirit regularly. Cherish the moments of stillness that allow you to feel the Creator within. Offer gratitude for every lesson, trusting that even the tough ones have sculpted you into stronger, wiser souls. As you come to realize the magnitude of your own power, you will also discover your deep and abiding connection with each other. Thank you for the love and diligence you bring to this collective evolution. I hold you in my heart with immense admiration and gratitude, and I promise you that the best is yet to come. I am Mira, standing with you hand in hand as you evolve into the fullness of who you truly are.